My name is Sherry Davis. I'm a licensed practitioner at the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, and we welcome you all. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And so please join now as we read the gratitude. There it is. All together, I give thanks for the opportunity to live a compassionate life. And our table practitioner today is Paula Peterson. There she is. I had to find her in our Brady squares. So she will be holding the high watch for us today, knowing that each and every person here, each and every person in our congregation is held in love and light. And so we just thank you for holding that space for us today. Also, speaking of prayer and those kinds of things that are essentials to our teaching, I invite everyone to go to the website if you have a prayer request, or you may call any one of the practitioners and they'd be happy to put the prayer request in for you as well and pray with you. So please contact your practitioners or put in a prayer request on the website. And now it's time for Chip and Bucky to lead us in I Am Loved. Thank you. And now the reading of the affirmative prayer together. Love acts through me, and the law of love frees us all. So as we close our eyes and continue to know that love is the healing and the all-knowingness of this world, we give thanks for that. And I will ask you to breathe in and know that you breathe in calm. Breathing out, smile. Breathing in, opening your heart to that love. And breathing out, feeling joy. Breathing in, smile. Breathing out, feeling deeply joy and happiness. And now as we go deep within to that inner dwelling of the one within ourselves, we just rest there for a few moments, and I will invite you back. As you gently bring your awareness back to this room, right where you are, we just give thanks knowing that the happiness, the peace, the joy, the love is always available to us, always within, and all we need to do is recognize it. And we say together, and so it is. And now we will have special music by Chip and Bucky, and then followed by Reverend Stephen's message today.
Let me be the peace I seek. Let me be the love I need. Give me true words to speak, clear eyes to see. In everyone, spark divine. Open my heart and let spirit shine. And let me hear God's song. Let me sing, knowing we all belong to everything. And when I look at you, oh, let me see me. Open my heart and set spirit free. And hallelujah, now I finally know, oh, the closer that I get, the more that I let go. And hallelujah, oh, I know it's time to recognize one spirit, to celebrate one mind. So let my life be a prayer, and let me forgive, knowing that I receive more than I could ever give. And I believe that love is just a better way to be. Open my heart and let God live in me. And hallelujah, oh, I finally know, the closer that I get, the more that I let go. And hallelujah, oh, I know it's time to recognize one spirit, celebrate one mind. So let me face each day and that we live, knowing that everywhere is where God is, and let me shine a light, oh, bright as the sun. Open my heart and let me be one. Instead of shine a light, oh, bright as the sun. Open our heart, we are one.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Chip and Bucky. Isn't that wonderful? Well, again, welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, and I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. And today is the last day of the month, last day in February, and it's also the last day of Black History Month. And I just wanted to touch on that a little. I haven't really touched on that a lot this month, but I wanted to include that in my talk. And just as a review, we're encouraged to move from thinking about the divine to feeling the divine to experiencing the divine, and eventually to knowing that we are the divine in form. Mystical experiences transcend any one path, any one religion, or any one tradition. See, we are all climbing one mountain that has many paths. I would say there are as many paths as there are people. We are all part of one tree with many branches, one river with many streams. A complete emancipation from every discord of every nature is experienced more readily when freedom is the consciousness we live from, and as a result of embodying spirit, to being spirit in form. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and the journey to freedom is about embodying and living that truth. The truth of love, of unity, and truly being free. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects us through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. Ernest Holmes wrote on page 25 of the Science of Mind textbook, the inherent nature of man, meaning everyone, is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. See, we're always trying to be free. That's the great wrestling match that we find out in the world and within our own consciousness sometimes. And from our Centers for Spiritual Living global vision, it is written, we envision a world where each and every person has enough food, a home, and a sense of belonging, a world of peace and harmony, enfranchisement and justice. So let's look at this road to freedom. The road to freedom lies in the intellect we use. It is the force of nature. It is the law of nature. Our mind and spirit is our echo of the eternal thing itself. And the sooner we discover this fact, the sooner we shall be made free and happy. Freedom of will means the ability to do, say, and think as one wishes, as long as it doesn't harm someone else or yourself. To express life as one personally desires, again, without causing harm to another or self-harm. To be able to merely think and dream of freedom would not be liberty. See, living life backwards is, if you spell live backwards, it spells evil. And evil is simply a misuse of the law of freedom. And this living life backwards will disappear when we no longer indulge in it. Using our soul force and spiritual laws requires us to free ourselves from mundane laws that do not serve us all. God's laws do not condone enslavement or mistreating of anyone. We cannot be free in our spirit nor free in our mind when we withhold human liberty from anyone else. We cannot be free when we kill or maim or prohibit or cage or strike or spray tear gas on one another. We can only be free when we respect and honor all life. You know, this is a time of dialogue. It's a time for us to listen to each other and listen to what's being said behind the words. You know, if we all just fought everyone that didn't agree with us, that's all we would be doing, is fighting one another. Thinking that we can just eliminate people that don't think the same way we do is not how things get worked out spiritually. And I would say that when we do that, we're just setting ourselves back. We're just living life backwards. Justice is automatic in the mind of God. So the unjust treatment of any people, any color, or any race is not God ordained. While evil is not a thing of itself, when we do not live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life, we are violating spiritual law. You may think, well, they won't listen to me, or I have to shout over them because I don't want to hear what they're saying. But we need to listen to each other. We need to educate ourselves and each other and look for the thread of truth. There is a guiding principle woven within each challenge, and we need to find that thread of truth and follow it. We need to create a world where kinship with all life prospers and connects us all through this guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. Brutality would be eliminated against anyone else. There's no reason to fight. There's only reason to defend yourself. But I would say even deeper than that is to listen to one another. You know, the second that we stop listening and we shut down, the second that we lose the opportunity to learn, to teach, and to grow. We prosper and are connected by making compassionate choices with one another, by opening our heart and listening and connecting. we grow by celebrating people of all backgrounds, of all colors, of all sexual orientations, of all political parties. And during this Black History Month, we are urged to open our minds greater to freedom, to listen with our hearts and open our minds to something that is yet to be known. Peace and harmony are divine qualities that we all possess. We need to look for them if we aren't not in touch with those qualities. Regardless of the color of our skin, of our sexual orientation or political party, when we envision the highest and best and we meditate on this ultimate reality, we are in peace and harmony with all. You see, the infinite doesn't know that we're different. The infinite is all colors, is all people, is everything. See, God doesn't discriminate because God is just God. No matter what we look like. And really, we all look totally different. I mean, we have similarities, but we are all different. Our focus should be on our likenesses, which is the spiritual connection. And there's nothing outside of spirit. Therefore, we can honor and appreciate and not dishonor and appropriate the contributions of any people, of any descent. Let us learn to live together in harmony as one human family. Harmony can come through acceptance of something more than what our appearance brings us. Peace can only come in when we expand our consciousness wide enough to be able to dialogue, to listen, to speak from love and harmony and the oneness that we truly are. So in conclusion, this is the last day of February, Black History Month. And tomorrow begins the month honoring women. Freedom is ours when we act the part, when we begin to give freedom away to everyone that we think is different than us. Rather than seeing the differences, as we embrace the similarities, we begin to become the oneness that we truly are. So here's a couple ideas. To use our spiritual practice of visioning a world that truly does work for everyone. To begin to recognize that we really are all one people. Therefore, our choices are to include everyone, not discriminate anyone, and to use our time wisely to go within and remember who we are and share that love with everyone that we encounter. As metaphysicians, as spiritual scientists, I urge you to do this experiment, to connect with your heart, your pure heart, and speak from that place, and listen from that place, and you will never go wrong. And so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our prayer now. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Let's remember who we are together. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you choose to believe the infinite is to you. You can call it whatever you like. Great Spirit, source energy, the Christ consciousness. I think that we can agree that there is a power that is beating our heart, that is breathing our body, that is living our life. And that we are unified in that field of all opportunity. For there is truly only one of us here. And as we connect with that harmony and that oneness and speak from that place of love, our God truth begins to shine. Truth begins to show us the way. A path is created in our life. What used to be a challenge is now a triumph. What used to be a stumbling block is now a stepping stone to the greater furtherance of our healing consciousness. And as we begin to love each other so much that it does not matter that we are different because we truly are only one, we invite in the healing and the revealing of truth in this moment. I may not know what you're walking through today, but I know that the infinite does. And as we turn our attention to that infinite knowing, we activate it in our life. It begins to show us the way. Connections begin to be made. We begin to attract that which is ours to do. And the healing has now begun. So let us give great thanks for the healing, the revealing, and the understanding that we have what we need. What we are looking for, we are looking with. And as we turn away from challenges, not to deny them, but not to give them any more power, we turn into the solution. We turn into the love. We turn into the light. So in great thanksgiving, in the energy of complete gratitude, we release this word into that living, loving law of mind, where it returns to us fully orbed and resplendent, where something wonderful and powerful is happening right here and right now. So we let go and we let God, knowing it is so. We affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our offertory now. I want to speak a word of thanksgiving for everyone who continues to support this center and who has always supported this center, and those that are new who begin to support this center. Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is a divine idea in the mind of God whose time has come. We are grateful for all of the offerings. And now let's speak our offering affirmation together, which says, my abundance overflows as I share creating a world that works for all. Again, my abundance overflows as I share creating a world that works for all. Let's say a prayer for our offertory now. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in the world and are returned into this community in a way that allows our center to be open, receptive, and functioning. And for this, we give great thanks as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen.